This is a Daedalus Club riddle. My first one.
Congratulations on mastering the game. Here is your reward.
Wow, this is amazing. I solved my first Daedalus Club riddle. How cool is that?
The head lab rat has arrived.
You call us rats one more time and I'll castrate you.
Lambs.
What?
We're lambs, not rats.
The Lambs Club.
What's that supposed to mean?
I like it.
It's better than rats. Brilliant, darling.
Oh, fine, the Lambs Club. But what about Styles? What about the mad scientist who's sucking our brains dry?
He's doing no such thing.
Yeah, well, he's weird enough to do it.
Come on, Harvey. He's not your punchline. People are always afraid of what they don't understand. Are you so perfect and popular that you can point the finger of weirdness at David Styles? Are any of you? The man has been through hell. His wife was killed right in front of him in an accident. He himself was badly burned. And he must have gone through God knows how many skin grafts. But he's not mentally damaged. Or even weird. I heard it myself from an expert who's seen Dr. Styles' medical reports. There's nothing wrong with him. He just likes his privacy. And can you blame him when everyone is so vicious? As for me, if I hear one more person pass on that lame gossip, I'm going to personally stuff it back down their throats.
So you don't believe the gossip, then?
Who told you about Styles' medical reports?
Mr. Headley.
I never believed anything bad about Dr. Styles.
The man can do what he likes as far as I'm concerned. My family is legendary for eccentrics. My grandmama liked to get naked on the roof and wave to planes. Well, who doesn't? But what about the track?
I've seen the plan for the experiment myself. It's routine. Even the department head approved it. The prank at the track is completely unrelated. Dr. Styles is perfectly normal.
System in America. Hundreds of thousands of children in the U.S. are wards of the state, farmed out to private homes, and sometimes home after home after home. The foster family is paid a stipend, leading some families to take in 2 or 3 physical abuse and even child labor law infringements.
I don't know why I carry my wallet. I hardly ever leave the house. The key to my private lab. Not even Mrs. Dalton is allowed in there. I felt Laura in that bed this morning. Laura used to brush her hair every night before bed. I read the driest science books I can find, but not even that can put me to sleep at night. The balcony that overlooks the back garden. I haven't used it since Laura left. Laura. Those are mine. Most items in here belong to Laura. I've never allowed Stella to touch them. I already had one today. I don't need a towel. I can almost picture Laura in that tub. She loved hot baths. I can't look at that dress without remembering how Laura looked in it. She was radiant in white. Laura loved to curl up in that chair and read, especially on stormy nights. Laura's father found a baby owl while hunting and brought it home. She loved it. It died the night before our wedding day. Put a slight damper on things. That girl is in that room. I wish she'd stay at Oxford. Laura looked so elegant in that portrait.
Good morning.
Morning.
Tea and toast? Want it in the lab as usual?
Not yet. I'll eat later.
You need to eat, David.
Later, Stella.
As you say.
Is that girl lurking about?
You mean Sam? She went over to the university.
Good. Though a fat lot of good that does to my files.
So, what do you think of her?
Who?
Sam, of course. You are a bear this morning. She seems an independent sort to me. A go-getter.
Ms. Everett certainly has initiative.
She's not been any trouble to you, has she?
Trouble? That girl has it stamped on her forehead in letters a mile high. Not that I can't deal with a chit like that.
Well, I hope she works out. That lab is in a state and a half, and I've got enough to deal with caring for the rest of this old monster.
So you've told me. Did the university say anything when they sent her over?
Not particularly. Funny, I thought they said they were sending a medical student, but I told them that wasn't necessary and they must have changed their minds.
She's not a medical student. You'd think they'd have got that right at least.
I know. That's why I think they must have sent someone else. Do you want me to call them?
Doesn't matter now. We appear to be stuck with Ms. Everett. Don't get too attached to the girl, Stella. I don't intend to keep her long.
What do you mean?
What I said. I needed someone to sort some things out for me and help with this new experiment. It's very short term.
But you can't just hire the poor girl and send her packing within the month.
I don't see anything poor about Ms. Everett.
That shows how much you know about girls. She obviously hasn't got a pot to you-know-what in, or anyone much to care would be my guess. You should have seen the state of her clothes when she arrived, like she's been wearing them for a year. She must be on one of those low-income scholarships, don't you think?
None of my business. The point is, I don't care to have a stranger in the house. The quicker it's done, the better.
Now, don't go upsetting yourself. I just thought it might be healthy to have someone else in the house.
Stella?
I won't say another word on the subject.
Have you noticed anything unusual in the house lately?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Signs of a break-in or intruder, or just the presence of someone else in the house.
No. No, of course not.
You have seen something in the house. What is it?
I never said.
You're acting strange.
Now that's the pig calling the cow fat.
I want you to tell me.
I don't care to talk about it.
Please, Nana. Please tell me. It's important.
You only call me Nana when you want your way. Only ever did.
Please.
All right. It was 2 days ago. I was making your bed. I thought I saw a woman in the mirror on the dresser.
A woman?
It was just for a moment. And when I turned, no one was there. It was my imagination playing tricks, and no wonder with how quiet things are in this house.
It was Laura, wasn't it? The woman you saw in the bedroom mirror.
We're not going to start talking about ghosts in this house. It's not healthy, and it isn't fair to Laura's memory. Do you hear me, David Styles?
All right. Relax. Simon's business card with his phone number. It's a business card from Inspector Pazer of the Oxford Police Department. He was the investigator on the accident. Looks like that's stocked well enough for the moment. If Mrs. Dalton needs more for incidentals, she'll let me know. She hated me for taking this one, but I couldn't help it. She looked so radiant with joy. Laura and me. She looks wonderful in this one. That was taken on our honeymoon. We spent it in the Loire Valley in France. That's the gîte rural we lived in, near Saint-Benoît-le-Forêt. Laura and me at the Assam Reserve, India. This is a picture of our lake cottage. I can use this for the memory I'm working on today. This was taken at the benefit dinner we attended the night of the accident. I only keep it because I can't bear to throw away any image of Laura. My patients. I wonder how they're faring these days. My pedigree. It all seems rather pointless now. My pedigree. It's Indonesian. It's supposed to protect the house against bad spirits. That's my old consulting office. There's nothing in there that I want. There are more vaults, but they're dark and treacherous. I really should give some of this away to charity. It's just gathering dust down here. There are more vaults, but they're dark and treacherous. I don't need to look anything up right now. A gold star for Miss Everett. I bought that for the clinic. We never used it. I'm no longer tripping over files every time I cross the room. That's a relief. I'm no longer tripping over files. These beds are a tad intimidating, I suppose. I've been down here so long I forget what it might look like to an outsider. These beds are a tad intimidating. The doorbell is ringing. Who can it be? I'd better go and see who rang the bell.
Oh, Dr. Styles, there's a package for you. Shall I take it down to the basement?
I'll get it. Thank you, Stella. That must be my dialogue generator. Good. Now I can get started. Dr. Ramuskin invented these letter rolls. A random number generator controls the letters, so hypothetically one can create messages using only the mind. I'll do a session in the tank today, but first I want to collect items from around the house to help me strengthen my memories of Laura. It's old. It's a scanner. I've decided to try to keep Laura with me. For years, I've researched the possibility that consciousness, or mind, is not the same thing as the physical brain. Since Laura's funeral, I swear, I have felt her presence. I've decided to spend several hours a day in the isolation tank, visualizing Laura. I don't know what will be the outcome, except probably to indulge my own grief. But if any of her energy remains, then by giving it attention and focus, maybe I can lengthen its influence. Since work no longer interests me, I've decided to make this my work. I will log the results. I've been spending 2 hours a day in the tank. The results have varied. Sometimes I'm convinced I feel Laura's presence. Other times, I'm not able to get past my doubts. I still believe Laura is here. I do. Bergson, the philosopher, believed we choose our own reality. If nothing else, I have done that. I'm having new equipment designed that should boost my sessions in the tank. That is all. Laura would be 33 today. Happy birthday, Laura. Happy birthday, darling. Something strange has been happening. There have been several incidents that indicate a presence in the house. The presence of Laura. It sounds insane, I know, but there have been undeniable physical phenomena. Is it possible that through my sessions in the tank, I've given Laura the energy to manifest? I plan to keep a careful record of events as they unfold, and there might be something in the field of psi research that could help. I'll look into it. Laura's presence in the house has continued. I've decided to begin a new experiment to study the effects of imagination. I'll use students as subjects and my fMRI. My hope is to record data on the areas of the brain involved in detailed visualizations. Perhaps using biofeedback, I can train myself to stimulate the same area in my own brain and thus increase the power of my sessions in the tank. This may, in turn, give more energy to Laura. Laura always preferred dry reds in the evening, but that's all I can say for certain. Laura always preferred dry reds in the evening. That's far too many bottles. I'll have to narrow it down further. That's not the right year. It was the night before Laura's birthday, so we were probably drinking a vintage from her birth. It was a tradition with us. Laura would be 33 today. Happy birthday, Laura. There are still too many bottles. I don't think that region is quite right. I don't think that region is... I don't think that region is... I don't think that region is quite... I don't think that region is... Terrific. That narrows it down to 3 bottles. I can easily taste that many. I don't need to make a new video log right now, but I want to review the ones that are on my computer. I'm not ready for the tank session yet. I still need to find a sensory item for sight. I still need to find a sensory item for smell. I need to find a sensory item for taste. I need to find a sensory item for touch. What was Laura wearing that night? I need to find an auditory sensory item. We must have been listening to music that night. I don't need to search for any more wine. It's not bringing up any memories.